Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Erin, and in today's video we're going to be building this cute little Craftsman house which only uses 5 packs. So the 5 packs that I'm using here are Growing Together, Seasons, Parenthood, Everyday Clutter, and the new Greenhouse Kit. And the reason why I chose that combination of packs, I did explain it in my previous video, but you know, Growing Together is the newest expansion pack that's out. And I think it has everybody in the Sims community just really into doing family gameplay. So I threw in Parenthood to kind of go with that, you know, family gameplay. And then I also threw in Seasons because, you know, I feel like if you're going to have Growing Together as a Sims player, you're probably also going to have Seasons because that's a very popular pack. And then the Greenhouse Kit is a new pack, and I'm just really excited to use that because I love the windows and doors that came with that pack and a lot of the different clutter items. And then I also use the Everyday Clutter Kit because I have found that I can't live without that pack. It's not that like revolutionary of a pack, but I don't know, with how I like to clutter up things and that, I'm very dependent on it. And the last time I did a limited pack build, which is up on my channel, it's a container house build. I'll link it towards the end of this video and also in the description. But that one, I didn't have the Everyday Clutter Kit, and I was pretty sad, you know? I was missing it, you know? It's a little over dramatic, I know, because, you know, it's just a kit for clutter. But I've become very dependent on it, so yeah. But you definitely don't need that kit, the Everyday Clutter Kit, at all to actually download this house. I mean, if you don't have it and you download it, there's just gonna be, you know, missing clutter, which maybe you like that. Maybe you're like a Marie Kondo type and you don't like to have too much clutter in your house. I don't know. I do. I think it's realistic. I don't think there's many of us who are like Marie Kondo. I think we all kind of strive to be like her, but you know, not all of us can be. And if you don't know who Marie Kondo is, she's like this amazing declutter your life person. I believe she has a show on Netflix, but I never watched that. I read one of her books. And while I wanted to really adopt that principle in my life, I don't know, sometimes I just don't have time to like go through all of my clothing and all of my personal belongings and, you know, find what makes me happy. I'm sorry, I just don't have time. I don't have time. I probably do have the time, but I just don't have the desire to find it. I don't know what I'm even talking about. Anywho, so getting back to my build here, but yeah, this is basically a very typical Craftsman house that we have here in Michigan, and I think a lot on the East Coast. So these houses are Craftsman's that had like front porches, but because it gets so cold here on the east side of the United States and in the Midwest where I am, later on, like I think like towards like the 50s, 60s, maybe even into the 70s, they built these little like screened off porches off of that front porch. I don't even know if I'm making sense when I describe this. I'll pop up a picture of the house that inspired me to do this build. And that is a very typical house that you find here in Michigan and on the East Coast and everything like that. So that's what this home is inspired for. And I also wanted to do, you know, a limited pack because, like I've said previously, not a lot of people own all the packs, and not a lot of people want to own all the packs, you know. I think if you're not a builder, you know, you probably don't want to own every single game pack, every single kit, every single, you know, my goodness, there's so much now. And I love it personally because I'm American and I am predisposed to consumerism. So I want to buy all the things, or just all of them. So I love them, but I know that's not how everybody in the community feels. So I like to do limited pack, and it's a good challenge, you know, to just have a set amount of objects and that's it. That's all you can use. It just makes things more interesting, and I think it tends to make me be a little bit more creative as well. But I love the way that this home turned out. I love those greenhouse windows. You'll see them kind of off to the what would you call that? If you're looking directly at the house, I guess it would be the right-hand side of the house. Yeah, facing the backyard. My goodness, I forgot direction for a minute there. But yeah, those windows there are so cool from the greenhouse kit. And then you also see I use them on the front porch there where they have like the screen. As soon as I saw those, I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be perfect for one of those like screened in porches. I love it. And then I also used a lot of the greenhouse items on that screened in porch. So it's an area, where your Sims, before you walk into the house, they have an area to, do little flower arranging and, places to plant their veggies and herbs and fruits or whatever they want. And then also a little couch to sit down. But I also want to take a minute and thank everybody who, since I released my last video, has liked and subscribed and commented. I don't know what the heck happened since I released that last video that I did where I built a new house for my legacy family, but I've gotten a huge influx of people subscribing, people commenting, and I am just so blown away by the support that I've been getting, and it's crazy. It makes me so happy that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing and you're downloading it and you are loving using it for your Sim families. It just makes me so happy. This is exactly what I wanted to accomplish when I started this channel. So I'm really happy to see that starting to come alive, and I'm so thankful that I've gotten the support that I've gotten so far since that video's come out. So thank you again so much to everybody who has left a comment, who's subscribed. I don't want to go on too much about it, but I am extremely thankful. And I also want to ask you guys, what do you think about these limited pack builds? This is only the second one that I've put up on my channel. But I have seen them quite a bit on YouTube. And, what do you think? Do you like watching these? Do you like having homes that are a little bit more accessible for those that don't own as many packs? Let me know what you guys think, what you guys want to see. Maybe do you guys have certain packs that you'd like to see me build with? Please drop me a comment, let me know what you think about that. But while I was building this house, I kept thinking, I wonder what the next pack is going to be. Because when we got that last teaser just before the basement kit and the greenhouse kit came out, they said there was going to be 4 kits. So we've gotten 2 of them rather quickly, I might add. So I'm wondering, what are the 2 next kits going to be? I have a sneaking suspicion that one of them's probably going to be a Create a Sim kit, which, I do build, obviously, so I want to see build packs. I want all the build packs. I feel like we should just do away with CAS. But I enjoy CAS too, because I do like to play the game as well, and I would always like to have more hairstyles for men and women. I don't feel like men really have enough good hairstyles. They really gotta put more in there. And I'd also like to see more basic clothing items for, men and women. Not so much for kids and stuff like that. I feel like we have enough kids clothes. But for men and women, adults, I don't feel like we have enough good basic t-shirts, and I feel like we need more shoes too, if I'm being honest. We really need more shoes. I feel like we need specifically more stylish looking heels. I feel like the heels that we got are just, I don't know, they're just not it. I'm not a fan. So I guess I wouldn't mind a CAS kit, but it just depends on, what kind of CAS kit. What CAS kit can they make myself that I would be satisfied. But I like the kits though, I gotta say. I do get excited about them, although I do wish, most other Sims players, that we had more of those stuff packs. Those are fantastic, but it seems like they're pretty much dead. But I have a whole laundry list of kits and packs that I really want them to come out with, but I don't know if they're ever going to, because I don't know how much longer we have between The Sims 4 and The Sims 5. I feel like it's gonna probably be a pretty long time until The Sims 5 comes out. But, in the meantime, I would love if they came out with a wallpaper kit. That, if you have watched the few videos that I have released so far on my channel, I talk about wallpapers all the time. I'm like a broken record. I can't stop talking about it. I won't stop talking about it. We need more wallpapers. And I'm thinking that right as I'm watching what I'm doing in this clip here, because we don't have enough. We don't. And they're just, the ones that we do have are so out of date, and we need them. We need them desperately. I'm begging you, EA, if you ever see this, please give us wallpapers. I look at like the really cool custom content ones, and yeah, that's what they need to do. Go look at the custom content wallpapers that are available out there and just replicate them and put them in the game for those of us on council, because I'm begging you, please. The other thing I would really like, and this is kind of inspired by Dream Home Decorator because we have some of those items in that pack, but I want more like wardrobe items. Like I want more like folded clothes. I want more like baskets of clothes. I would love some more like shoes and things that you can like decorate a closet with and decorate like even like an entry area with, and just kind of like place around the house. Ooh, and handbags, that would be great to like just place down, you know, throughout the home, because I think that adds a lot of realism to the build as well. And then I was also thinking like I would love a kitchen kit, and I've seen this in custom content where you can get like wine glasses and you can get like wine bottles and like different like bowls of olives and cutting boards and just all this really cute accessories that you can put in the kitchen. Ooh, and like those jars that like have like sugar and flour and like pasta and stuff like that. We need those in the kitchen. So we need a kitchen clutter kit. If anybody wants to write this down specifically at EA, that would be great, because I want this. Because I'm thinking we probably got a good like 3, maybe 4 years until Sims 5 comes out. So, you know, why not close out The Sims 4 with a bang and adopt some of these ideas that I'm giving you? That's for EA. I'm talking to EA directly, and Maxis. Please, make it happen. I was also thinking like an office kit would be really cool if they could give us like a new computer, some desk chairs. I don't feel like we have enough desk chairs. And sorry if you can hear somebody growling and barking in the background. That's my dog Gilly. She's on a tangent. It's Sunday right now that I'm recording this, and everybody is outside doing yard work, and she is like fit to be tied. You can hear her. She is upset. She's barking at everybody out there. But anyway, getting back to my kit ideas, because I feel like that's what you guys probably came here for, is my ideas for kits. Although this would be more of like a game pack idea, but I feel like we should have like an arcade game pack. That would be amazing. Like you could have like your own arcade, like your own Dave & Buster's. Anybody who's from the US, hopefully you'll know what Dave & Buster's is, or you should know. But anybody who's not, Dave & Buster's is basically like this place that you can go here in the US. They're usually in like strip malls. And you just go there and you get, you know, kind of like junky bar food. That's actually pretty good. And then you just play like video games. You play like virtual reality. You play like those games where you try to like, you know, get the coins to fall. I don't know. I can't remember all the games. I actually haven't been to Dave & Buster's in quite a while. But I want my Sims to go to Dave & Buster's. So that would be a great one. I've been watching a lot of Call Me Kevin. I feel like I've been in like a bomb shelter for like the past 10 years, and I'm just discovering like all of these really popular YouTube players or Sims 4 players. But I love Call Me Kevin, and he plays a lot of like the old Sims games like Sims 1, Sims 2. I don't see him playing Sims 3 that much, but I played with Sims 1 and 2. I did not play 3, but I've heard it's great. But anywho, he plays Sims 1 and 2 from what I've seen, and now I really want to play Sims 1 and 2 again, just for nostalgia reasons. And I was also thinking like, heck, I could even try and like build a house in the Sims 1 or Sims 2, and who knows, maybe put it up on this channel. I don't know. But I definitely want to do maybe some different stuff just besides, you know, speed builds, but that'll kind of come once I get a PC going, because you know, I can't really have recording where I sit down in the living room because, you know, some of my family's down there and I can't tell them to be like super quiet while I do this voiceover. Plus it's, you know, it's kind of awkward. So, you know, that'll come more so as I get a computer. I definitely want to do like gameplay videos since I released that legacy build that I did, I had a couple people say that they want to see me play with my legacy family, and I would love to do that. But, you know, that's gonna definitely be something I'll have to put on the back burner. But also, just kind of going back to those older Sims games. So if you are somebody who played with the older games like Sims 1 and Sims 2, drop a comment, let me know, because I don't know, there's something really special about those two games, especially since I've been watching, you know, some other players on YouTube, you know, go through and play those older games. I don't know, there's like more complexity in the relationships I've noticed in the earlier games. Number one, they're more difficult, which I think I mentioned this in my last video, but that's something that I really wish they would do in The Sims 4 is just make the relationships a little bit more complex. I feel like it's just way too easy. It's way too easy to, you know, meet a Sim, fall in love, have kids, get married. I mean, I just remember in The Sims 1, it was like you had to like be in a good mood. Like you couldn't be hungry if you were getting proposed to, which is so ridiculous. And maybe it's a little unrealistic because, I don't know, if somebody was proposing to me, I probably wouldn't turn them down and be like, oh no, I'm sorry, I can't accept that proposal right now, I'm too hungry. Like that would just be incredibly rude. So I don't know, maybe that is realistic, but I was watching somebody play the Hot Date expansion, and oh my goodness, it brought back so much nostalgia because I remember when that pack came out, and that was like when the heart bed was introduced, and you know, the heart hot tub, and there was like all sorts of new like romantic interactions that your Sims could do, and I was thinking like that would be really cool if they could maybe do something like that for the Sims 4, you know, because relationships are just really blah in this game. They've gotten better with growing together, I'd say, you know, like now they have like milestones that they can reach, and you know, there's maybe a few different interactions, and it's maybe a little bit challenging here and there to get your Sims to get along now that there's like those conversation topics and, you know, personality preferences and whatnot, but it's still, yeah, I still don't think it's difficult enough. So yeah, I definitely would love to see like a Hot Date reboot. That would be incredible. And they could have like different activities that your Sims could do on dates, you know, maybe some different objects themed around dates and new interactions, and maybe like a little bit of like that 3-strike rule that was in The Sims 1, I want to say, where you could only interact or you could only do like a certain interaction within a certain time frame, no more than 3 times. Otherwise, the Sim that you were trying to converse to would be like not into the conversation, probably because you're like repeating yourself constantly. But yeah, I don't know. Something to just add some more complexity to it. Yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, what kind of game packs would you guys like to see released? Those are just some of my ideas that I've thought of and that I put into my notes on my phone and read back to you because I'm just that kind of nerd. I sit and I watch these like these players do like old Sims 4, you know, gameplay, and I just jot down notes in my phone, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be a great pack to, you know, do a reboot of, and that's an element in Sims 1 that they don't have in Sims 4 that would be great. But again, I don't know if EA is gonna ever really do anything too intensive to The Sims 4, because I don't know, I feel like The Sims 4, it's a great game. I enjoy The Sims 4. I'm not going to be super negative about it like I've seen some people be, but you know, it's like an old Toyota that has like 170 miles on it. And you're like, well, I could probably get another good, you know, 80,000 miles on her, but how much work do I really want to put into it, you know? It's kind of like a car. It's kind of like a car, and you know, I feel like Maxis and EA kind of look at it like an old car, you know, and should they have gotten a new one a while ago? Yeah, but maybe it just wasn't in the budget that year, who knows. I don't know why, you know, we haven't gotten The Sims 5 by now. Who knows what the politics are going on within EA and with Maxis and everything like that, because I mean, if anybody has ever worked for a corporation, you know, like there's a lot of politics and budgeting and all sorts of stuff that happens. But anywho, getting back to my build, I feel like I've really been just like flapping my gums here talking about I don't even know what. I'm sorry if you came here to hear about the build. It didn't happen here. Not until the end of the video. About the house. So the house is 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. You know, it's got a nursery, which I'm now doing at this very moment. And then it's also got like a kid's room, you know, for an older kid. So this is definitely going to be a younger couple that lives here with kids. I'm not personally one that's really good at coming up with like these elaborate storylines for the Sims that I'm building their house for. I'm not a storyteller, not at all. If anybody watching these videos wants to help me assign stories for homes, that would be awesome because yeah, that's not my forte. My forte is not storytelling. So this would definitely be for a younger couple. You know, they've already had a kid, the kid's gotten older, they're having their second one right now. That's who I picture this home for. I don't know what career they have. I don't know what their personality is. Don't even ask me. No idea. When it comes to creativity, I think I'm very good at building these homes and doing all that. But yeah, storytelling, maybe not the best. I mean, I am with the Sims that I play with. Like with my legacy family, I definitely am. Like I can create the story for them. And so I guess I'm a selfish storyteller, if that makes sense. Like I know the stories that I want to tell, but for houses that I'm not going to use, I don't know what the story could be. No clue. But I like that, you know, I like to kind of leave it generic for you guys so that way you guys can inject your own story into it, you know. That's why I don't like to create like a predefined look about the home. You know, I did fill this house up with lots of clutter and lots of stuff like that, but you know, maybe there's some pictures that you want to put in those frames that I put throughout the house of the family, and you know, maybe you want to move some clutter items around and stuff like that, some furniture items around. You know, I think that's great. I don't create these houses for them to 100% not be changed. I would like if you guys, you know, change stuff around that doesn't work for you and just enjoy the house, you know, for your Sims. So don't ever think like, you know, the way that I've done this house is the way that it needs to stay. Definitely switch it up, be creative, and make it your own. That's what I always did with houses that I downloaded from the gallery. But anywho, getting back to, this is the final room that I'm doing. This is the older kids' room. And that bed that you see there is not the bed that you'll get with the house, because I later figured out that that's from the kids' room stuff pack. And I thought it was from Parenthood. Like I got confused about the, you know, the labels of the packs. But yeah, that bed goes, and a cute, you know, somewhat similar bed goes in its place, which you'll see in the reveal photos towards the end of this video. But I love the way that this room came out. I love the way all the rooms came out. This combination of packs was really quite perfect. The only time I found a really big challenge with it was definitely with the rugs that came with it. I didn't like the rugs. That was a struggle. And the plants, rugs and plants, I was really like starving for better plants and better rugs. Like if I could have used the Blooming Rooms kit, I would have been super happy, but I told myself, no, Erin, you're not gonna use another kit. You're not. The people, from what I've heard, are not big fans of kits. But again, let me know what you guys think. Do you like the kits? Am I just reading other stuff that doesn't pertain to you guys? Who knows? But anyway, that's gonna pretty much do it for this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the limited pack builds. Let me know what you think about this build. Will you be downloading it? What could I have maybe done different or put inside of it that I didn't? But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are having a really great day, and I will see you next time. Bye now.